Well, they say the mark of a good team is a team that can play poorly and still get a positive result. By that logic, we must be pretty brilliant because after somehow getting a victory at the weekend, despite being very poor against Southampton, we have escaped the Parc des Princes with a draw. I mean, I cannot fathom how we managed to get that. I mean, well, it's down to two people largely. One is David Ospina, a surprise selection in goal, who was outstanding. And the other is another South American, Edinson Cavani, who was, I mean, should have had four tonight, really, at least. Incredible that he only scored that first goal inside the opening couple of minutes. Missed a succession of chances and was denied by Ospina on a few occasions too. I can't get over the fact that we've come away from that with a point. It's now a very good result. A draw away to probably the strongest side in the group, certainly our strongest competition, leaves us in a very good position. But the performance, very troubling. The team selection was in itself very odd. So Ospina was the first one that raised eyebrows, but there were others. Granit Xhaka once again left out. Francis Coquelin starting ahead of him. That was not a decision that paid dividends, you'd have to say. Up front, Alexis Sanchez back up top, with Olivier Giroud remaining on the bench, still looking for his first start of the season. Quite incredible, really. I know Arsenal's been keen to manage his rehabilitation after the Euros, but I think this is taking it a bit far. And I think we saw tonight that Arsene actually thinks that there is some tactical value in this idea of Alexis as a centre-forward, but it doesn't seem to work. And telling that Alexis scored the goal, and we got the goal once he'd shifted back to the left wing, and Giroud had come on. A couple of other surprising selections. I mean, Theo Walcott was injured, but it was still surprising to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the side. Another statement of faith from the manager at a time when he is really, really struggling for form. But to talk about individuals would maybe be missing the point. This was a diabolical Arsenal display in so many respects. Ragged at the back, conceding early on, should have shipped more goals had PSG been as clinical as they ought to have been. Huge gaps in the back four, ragged lines, none of the kind of organisational qualities of Per Mertesacker present in the team. The midfield, Cazorla and Coquelin, a partnership that was so effective a year or so ago, seems to have really, gone backwards. I don't know if it's instruction, but Cazorla seems to have inherited Mathieu Flamini's habit of kind of pouring up the field, trying to get up in the penalty box. That's not his game, and I understand there's a good column on arsblog.com, the tactics column there, suggesting that might be a strategic move to try and get Coquelin up the field to drag midfielders away from Cazorla so he can play make from deep. That's as may be, but you then need a player with more technical ability than Coquelin who can actually do something when he does receive the ball in the final third, who's able to turn, who's able to pick a forward pass. Xhaka, I think, is more of that ilk, of that mould. But yes, we've got away with it. I don't know how. And I hope to God that Arsene doesn't take this result as vindication of the strategy that the team employed today. I mean, there was no discernible strategy. We could have been blown away. We could have been smashed as heavily as Celtic were by Barcelona, to be frank with you. They should have scored any number of goals, really. But the fact that we got one was great and hilarious, and it was Alexis who provides it. And I think, in these crunch matches, he is the guy who you do look to, really, who can deliver. And it was a terrific finish, firing home from the edge of the box after Alex Iwobi had been denied. So there you have it, 1-1, a draw in Paris. I mean, I suppose we're due some luck in that city after 2006, but difficult to say we deserved anything there, but we'll take it.